Welcome to everyone for another week of Usapang Kainos. This week's Usapang Kainos would have a different twist and thrust. I wouldn't be teaching as much, but would be sharing with you what is in my heart. In topic, we call this family talk. That is, we take the time to share with one another what is going on in our hearts. What's going on inside you? What are you struggling with? What is burning in your heart? In short, what is God putting in your heart these days? So it's a heart-to-heart talk. In one of our earlier mentoring sessions, I shared with you that the purpose of this digital mentoring ministry is not simply to give you a lot of information to download. It is there, but it's more than that. It's not just to give you a ministry tool that you can use in helping other pastors or your church leaders. It is there, but it's more than that. It's not just to have a ministry to do during this COVID crisis. It's more than that. It's not just to encourage or inspire you. It's there, but it's more than that. So let me spell out for you where I am coming from, especially for those of you who are wondering why sometimes I use strong words and at times too straightforward. Let me share with you my testimony. I grew up as a young Christian at the height of student activism. This would be in the 1960s, 1970s. The student activists then were clamoring for change. Change in the government, change in ideology, a revolutionary change. And like them, many Christian students and youth tried for national change. Now what's the difference? The student activists, they wanted change through the power of the gun. We wanted change through the power of the gospel. They were firm believers in Mao Zedong's Red Book. We Christians were fanatics for Jesus and the Black Book, the Bible. They conducted teachings in the classrooms, dormitories, canteens, and in every place where there were groups of people. We did the same. We called them preach-ins. We did it everywhere and in every group. They demanded social and political change. We declared spiritual and moral change. Yes, just like my contemporaries then, I was very idealistic. I really believed deep in my heart that we can change the world for Christ. The battle cry then was, the world for Christ. But then as I continued to grow as a Christian, both in life and ministry, that idealism was somehow shaken and slowly was substituted with ministry activities. I was running here and there. I got tired. I got burned out almost to the breaking point in 1989, 1990. And I was forced to take a sabbatical leave for about 3 months. And then when I got involved with Topic Philippines and held one pastoral training seminars here and there, almost every month, I couldn't believe what I saw and witnessed among many of our pastors. What's happening in their lives, in their families, churches, ministerial fellowships, and denominations. I could cite story after story in our succeeding sessions. These pastors were gifted, but not godly. They were knowledgeable, but their lives are questionable. Very competent, but not Christ-like. It was during the beginning of this century that God slowly put it in my heart to call the pastors and the churches back to Christ, back to Christ-likeness. Let's turn to 1 Corinthians 2:2, where Paul in his ministry in Corinth made this statement. 1 Corinthians 2:2 is what he said. For I resolved to know nothing while I was with you, except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. For I resolved to know nothing while I was with you, except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Now, that statement of Paul became my personal resolve. And this personal resolve has led me to write 2 books. One is the one that I've shown you, A New Breed, Call for a New Breed, for a new generation of pastoral leaders. And then later on, I wrote a second book with the title, Kainos Leadership, Radically Christ-like. I also conducted Kainos leadership seminars here in our country and overseas. And this COVID-19 crisis has not stopped me from pursuing that passion and vision. So, the overall purpose of this digital mentoring ministry is to lead pastors, church leaders, and every believer towards Christ-likeness. Remember Romans 8:29, where it says that we Christians are destined to be Christ-like. My prayer and my hope is that in my latter years, I'm now 74 years old, God will use me to raise up a new breed, a new generation of pastoral leaders who are Christ-like. Again, as some of you requested, that I continue this digital mentoring ministry even after this COVID crisis. And I said that God willing, I want to do that. But this is what I'm asking from you, especially for this week's family talk. I want to know what significant changes have you made or making in the light of what you are learning from our mentoring sessions. I want to hear what is going on in your hearts, what changes you are seeing in your life and ministry. This week is family talk. I've shared with you what is in my heart, and I will be sharing more tomorrow till Friday. I'll be sharing with you things that what I've seen, things that disturb me, and the like. So I'd like to hear from you too. Pastors, church leaders, and fellow servants. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me in this vision to see a new breed, a new generation of leaders who are Christ-like? Yes, Christ-like leaders who are Kainos, new and different. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, I'll see you tomorrow for another family talk, and hope to hear from you too. Stay safe and share your heart. To God be the glory. Amen and amen and amen.